Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Create. Now I cannot spoil what is behind me right now, but it is indeed something that you will be watching in just 1 minute. But don't forget, if you do like these videos, to smash that thumbs up and subscribe if you really want to. You don't have to, but it's really up to you. Anyways, enjoy this time lapse and I will see you after. Okay, so when I was building, I did go on a little mining trip and I have accumulated a bit more iron and a couple more diamonds. I got around like 20 extra diamonds. I literally only have 3 in here. But now that we have got all of that, we are going to be able to build something that I want to make, which will make mining 10 times quicker. So I'm going to tell you how to make that right now. Now, this component right here is the master and it is pretty expensive. I am going to be needing 12 of these. You might only want 9, you might want a few more, but I want to make one that is 12. So I'm going to need quite a lot of andesite alloys and iron ingots, but that's fine because of the mining trip that we went on, so let's go grab those. Okay, so these are the 3 things that we need to make the mechanical drills, and these are the 12 andesite casings, the 12 iron ingots, and the 48 andesite alloys. Now this is enough to make 12. Okay, well apparently my calculations were wrong, and we have an extra 12 andesite alloys, and you know what? I ain't complaining. Okay, so to make the deployers, what we're going to need is we're going to need the hands first, which we're going to need 2 of these because we're going to be making 2. We're going to got 2 brass hands, perfect. Then we need the electron tube, the andesite casings in the middle, and the brass hands, and this will give us 2 deployers. Now we are not quite finished yet because we still have more items to make, and this is a mechanical plow, and this requires an andesite casing, 3 andesite alloys, and 3 iron sheets. We do only need 1 of these. Now to make this whole thing work, we do need something called a cart assembler, which is made just like this: 2 andesite alloys on the corners, 2 spruce logs or any kind of logs, and a piece of redstone dust, and this is the cart assembler. Now that is all the main things that we need for this build, but we do need a couple extra little things which don't cost as much material. Okay, so now all the items I have in my inventory are all good. We are now able to build this. So the first thing that we are going to want to do is you want to place down your block of choice and your mechanical drills. So this one is mine right here, so I got it in rows of 3. And what you're going to want to do is you want to put your mechanical drills all on top of these, just like this. Okay, so the next step to do is you want to get your block of choice and you want to come out 1, 2, and 3. Come down 2 and have another one like this. So it's kind of like a staircase right here. Then what you want to do is you want to come out another and then come down 2, just like this. This is how it should look. Then what you want to do is you want to come out 1, 2, and then, well, I'd say 3, 1, 2, 3, and then just come all the way down to the bottom, just like so. Okay, so this is how mine looks because mine is quite small. But what you're going to want to do is you want to get your deployer and put your deployer down, and then another one here. They are facing the wrong way, so you just got to be a bit fiddly with them and turn them until, there we go. Let's open that and let's do the same. There we go, just like this. So you have one here and one here. Then you want to get a stair, place it here, and then your mechanical plow just right here. We do not want these on the same level, but you want the stair above the mechanical plow, and you want the andesite stairs or whatever stairs in the same line as this deployer here, and then one above. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we got a barrel here. You don't have to add a barrel, I'm just going to add a barrel, but before I do that, because my deployers filters are right there, I'm just going to set these filters up beforehand. So I'm going to get some cobblestone and I'm going to come back down onto this one. I'm going to click this one to filter it into the for only cobblestone. Then I'm going to give the deployer the cobblestone. Of course there needs to be more, but I just don't have any. And then that one is complete. Now we have the rails. You're going to filter it to just rails and then give the deployer the rails. What's going to happen is when there's any space on the floor, the deployer will put down some cobblestones so it can glide across, basically making its own bridge. And the deployers with the rails, these will come down and place the rails, while this behind the mechanical plow will break them. Now there's only a couple more things that we need to do. We need to put the barrel down and then put some extra items in there, like some extra coal, cobblestone, and some extra rails just in case. And then what we're going to want to do is we've got some chests. We are just going to add these chests just like this. You could do it longer and have a couple more chests on the side. It's completely up to you, however you make it. But make sure you do not put the chests where there is no mechanical drills. So there has to be drills just so that there's space for the chests to go. Now the most fun part, which is the gluing. This is the last, well, basically the last step that we have to do. So the best way to do this is to go from this side here and then come all the way up and glue all of the mechanical drills together. You will then come across and glue this chest and glue it all the way up. You do not want to glue it all the way across because you will get some air pockets down here. So you want to glue it all the way up and onto the cobblestone. So these are now connected. You're going to want to do the exact same thing on this side. and now these are connected to the cobblestone as well. Once you've done that, you want to right click this deployer and then just bring it all the way up, and this one and up, and you're just going to glue them all up in a line. You connect these two together and then bring it up. Then you want the cobblestone, and you're just going to want to drag it all the way to the front, just like that. Now all of these are connected, making sure that there are no air pockets because we do not want that. And that is how you connect your mechanical drill to one mechanic. Okay, so the last thing that we need to do for this to become one entire machine is we want to place some rails just here. These are only temporary, they're not permanent, they will not stay here. You want to get your cart assembler, pop that down, and you want to change this right here, hold right click and put it onto lock rotation. You want to make sure this is on lock rotation every single time, otherwise this could mess up the whole entire machine. Then you want to get your minecart with furnace and place it just directly underneath. As you can see, it has done absolutely nothing yet until you need to put this lever down and click. There we go. Now it has just lifted straight off the ground, just like this, and it is one whole machine. Then what you can do is you get your wrench and you hold shift and you right click the cart. Now this is just one minecart contraption, and you can right click, and everything is gone. And then what we need to do is we need to go down into the mines and set this all back up. Now I have this area over here which I could squeeze this. I could squeeze this in here. So making sure this is on lock rotation, and you can place it down. Here we go. Here is our minecart contraption. Now we need to, then what you want to do is you want to put your lever down, turn it on, and now as you can see it is completely working. Then you want to get your coal and right click, and off it goes. Or not. What's going on? Now I've jumped into a super flat creative world trying to figure out why this isn't working, and if I'm honest, I still do not have a single clue. As you can see, the blocks keep clipping through. I used to do this one on the 1.20 create, but the newest one, it just, as you can see, it doesn't seem to be working. So if anyone has any ideas on, look, as you can see, it's like missing out blocks and all of this stuff. So if anyone has any ideas on how to fix this, please let me know in the comments down below so I can show you guys how to make one and, you know, it not be an absolute fail. Okay, well, unfortunately that didn't work on today's episode. It should normally work. I will take another look into that and we can try again in the next episode. But I do hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure you slap that like button and subscribe if you really want to. And this is Tate, and see you later. Goodbye.